What you just heard was a SOB warning, a standing on business warning. Listen, before you watch this video, if you are procrastinating on something, this includes seeking God first, doing homework, canceling a subscription, planning and working, anything God has called you to be a good steward of, you can pause this video, have it play in the background or leave it. My feelings are not going to be hurt. Staying on business. I love y'all too much for me to let y'all neglect any responsibilities. Ask God for guidance and discipline if you're struggling to stand on business. He will give you the strength to do so. God bless. Love. Hello everybody. Welcome to my first YouTube video. And today I will be doing a Q&A of, get to know about me. I took questions from my Instagram, from family and friends. So the first question is why YouTube and what are my plans for this channel? The reason why I want to get into YouTube is because I always saw my friends get into YouTube. I'm like, you know what, let me tap into it. And also just kind of step out my comfort zone and I don't want to be one of those people of on my deathbed, what if I did this, what if I did that, and just have no regrets and just try something new, even if it's scary. Just step out in faith to see where God may take my obedience. And the second question is, why LeBron is the GOAT? JK, why God though?
Good question.
The reason why I follow God is because I have my own personal relationship with God. And some people may argue the only reason why some Christians are Christians is because they grew up in a Christian household. While some of it may be an influencing factor, but the main reason why Christians are Christians is because they choose to have that personal relationship with God. And I definitely would say having Christian background, growing up in a Christian nation definitely does have heavy influence. But as followers of Christ, it is up to us to choose whether or not we want to truly follow God. And that's why I follow God, is because He's been my way maker, my provider, my hope, my everything. And the reason why I follow God is because He's been my day one. He's been with me through it all. God's been with me, so that's why I follow God. If I won the lottery, what would I do with the money? I would probably, after paying taxes, of course, pay your taxes is a biblical fun fact. But for me, if I won the lottery, I would honestly, take care of my family, pay my tithes and offering, and honestly, kind of creatively, I would buy a whole bunch of property and invest it and just honestly flip it and give to people that are in need, and honestly open up a school for people who deserve, for people who need second chances.
I can see it, I feel it. It's cooking.
Have you ever saw the meme, if I won the lottery, it's not gonna be obvious, but it's gonna be subtle hints. I would probably maybe DoorDash even more. Hopefully that doesn't seem too much of a big back answer. But I don't honestly, I'm serious now. I would really take care of the people around me and just make sure that they're straight. I will also open up a school, a second chance school for people who really need it and is trying to get on their footing in life, and just make sure that they're straight. Do you want to have a family? I honestly do want to have a family. Not anytime soon yet. And my ideal family would possibly be getting married, and finding the one, and just having a life and my own little tribe, and that'd be pretty cool. And for far as kids, I would see myself wanting 5 kids, but I'm open to adoption or whatever my future wife is able to handle, because I know childbirth is a lot, so I wouldn't mind adopting or having a couple biological and just adopting some kids, wherever the good Lord leads me. That's what I'm open to. Are you excited about the future? So I got like questions like, are you excited about the future? What's next after college? Again, what's next after college? I'm definitely excited about the future and kind of like a little bit nervous about it. Not necessarily nervous, but it's like, yo, like we're really out here, like we're really moving. For anyone who doesn't know, that I'm gonna be going into seminary and I'm about to be pursuing a master's in divinity, and I'm gonna explain it like in the next question. But yeah, so I'm gonna be going to seminary. I will be attending Baylor in the fall of 2024, and I'm pretty excited about moving to Texas. And I've never been to Texas before, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be pretty fun, and God's gonna be with me. And because like every time I tell people that I'm going to Texas, people are like, "You going to Texas?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to Texas." So it's like, yeah, I've never been there before, but I'm just gonna trust God, step out in faith, and see what He has for me. And kind of like I keep telling people, like I'm not like do like an Abraham thing, like he never been to the land that God has called him to, but he stepped out in faith and trust that God's going to be with him in every step of the way. Where I'm from, people know about me. One thing about when I was at Kentucky State University, I rep where I was from, and I'm from Louisville, Kentucky. So if you know, you know. A lot of people like to disrespect me by throwing their L's down, but I don't let it slide all the time. But I can only do so much. What do I do? What I like to do in my free time? Honestly, I like to, when I tend to, I like to read my Bible and just have fun and just hang out with friends, watch TV. Like I like food too, and I also like look at movies. And like when I go to some movies, I like to like kind of like look up, at the end of the movie, is there a post-credit scene, and like kind of like stay after, because it seemed like in every situation or in every group setting, my family asks Caleb, is there a post-credit scene? Or my friends asking Caleb, is there a post-credit scene? I'm like, all right, let me look. Now I look, I'm like, nah, we can stay. Nah, we can stay, we can go, whatever. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, someone asked me in 5 to 10 years, where do I see myself? Honestly, 5 to 10 years is a lot, so I just see myself following God. So that's the honest answer. I try to take it one day at a time. Are you nervous about leaving home? Honestly, yeah, I'm nervous about leaving home, if I'm being honest, because like leaving home is like a lot, because like I go to Kentucky State University. That's about 45 minutes away from Louisville, and Texas, Waco, Texas is 15 hours away from home, and I'm definitely is nervous, but I'm gonna trust God's gonna be with me. And just like me doing this internship over the summer right now is giving me like kind of like practice of like winging myself off from being like home and having that like kind of like that close in proximity and connection. So to answer your question, I am nervous, but I trust God's gonna be with me. I better get paid for this. Listen, I had hit up some of my friends to keep adding questions to the Q&A, and are y'all getting paid for this? No, but you are getting paid in friendship, love, and that's not manipulative. But that's just encouragement. What's my favorite childhood book growing up? My favorite childhood book growing up. Here's a hot take. Now I really don't have no hot take, but I would say Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. That definitely was a banger. Like Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, but only the real ones know that. Or honestly, I feel like Chicka Chicka Boom Boom is really like kind of like a generational book of like, everybody. I feel like everybody had that experience with Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, but I actually take it back. My favorite childhood book was Hungry Hungry Caterpillar. That was pretty much that was a good book. And like the caterpillar kept eating, and then boom, butterfly. For those who wanted to read the book, spoilers, but the best Marvel movie. Dang, the best Marvel movie, in my opinion, is it has to be Infinity War. Like Infinity War is like overall like the best Marvel movie. It like took together so many narratives and like I like nail it down together. Like I enjoyed Endgame. It was good. It was the big banger, but at the same time, I know I'm gonna get a lot of backlash, but it just felt like part of the movie did feel like it was just one big time heist movie, and like kind of like at the beginning I was shocked. I was like, dang, so they killed Thanos like off rip, and then some of it was like of like going back in time and stuff like that. But overall, I like the Endgame, but I would say Infinity War does go above it. One has to go food delivering apps or social media apps. Honestly, so here's a loophole, peep game. They never said that I can't text people to get food for me. So I would.
We are currently experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
So I would say food delivery apps and like kind of like keep social media, because I feel like social media, a lot of people use social media, and also, I communicate and keep in touch with people I wouldn't normally keep in touch with like through text. Who has the best pizza? Papa John's. Nope, take it back. Domino's got the best pizza. Kind of like bang for your buck, quality, and like delivery. What's your dream car? Honestly, it was Tesla, but yeah. So I'm guessing I would say, yeah, I don't have a dream car on the market, but let me know y'all dream cars down below in the comment section. How's life after graduation? For me, it's kind of like it doesn't feel real that I crossed that stage, but yeah, I don't know. It really doesn't feel real until like you cross that stage until like August hits. So yeah, I think it's really gonna hit me until like August that like I actually like graduated from college. And
A few moments later.
happened with the scrapple on the beach. Honestly, dude put his hands on me and I wasn't going. But not for real though. But it really wasn't no scrap on the beach. Honestly, I put that question in, to be honest, as a joke. But me and Kurt, like, we both come from wrestling backgrounds. Like, Kurt does like kind of like he's tapping into like kind of like professional wrestling stuff like that. But I did high school wrestling of like folk style and just fighting and just like wrestling, and I went to like me and Kurt wrestle all the time. I was like, what, Kurt, let's see if I can like kind of like hold my own against you on the beach while wrestling. And what I'm telling you, I was fighting for my life, but I technically did the goal. I technically beat Kurt because I lasted 1 minute while wrestling him. But I would say Kurt, he is definitely phenomenal wrestler as far as like freestyle and folk style wrestling. And I would say as far as my record against him, freshman year wrestled against him, I would say I lost that round, and then during the beach, I won that round. And then we kind of like we wrestled during the Wesley, so I would say it was like a tie, and I feel like it was like one more. I feel like he won, so I think he got me by like one though. So it was like a big up scrapple of like on the beach and stuff as like wrestling. But I would say that he did get me clean about like right here, but the scar definitely healed though over the summer. I think this was like for the 2022, and that definitely was a trip. For those who know, you know. If you don't, you just don't. But that definitely was a fun trip, though. This channel, honestly, this is gonna be like it's gonna be a learning curve with this channel. Honestly, I'm not gonna get everything right, but I'm willing to learn. Kind of like maybe when I'm wrong, or if I drop the ball or something, you know, make a video and like say correction to this video. And my plans for this channel is honestly do faith content, YouTube videos, devotionals, and also just like, you know, be open to different stuff and do movie reviews, reaction videos, and give like a Christian lens to our everyday life as believers. So that's it. That's the end of the video. I love y'all. Stay safe, but most importantly, God loves you. Peace.